Well guys, sorry for the wind, but figured today I'd make a video on the old thing that I never did. This is my, I forget what year it is, I think it's an 80s. It's a John Deere 66 SV, which is the same thing, it's up in the orange parts by a Echo chainsaw. Back in the day, Echo used to make chainsaws, and Deere took them and they branded them over. So, this thing is honestly really nice. I like it a lot. It's a little bit heavy because it's actually a 2-cylinder. So you can see they got one spark plug here. Underneath right here is another one. So it's a true 2-cylinder John Deere. Come a lot after the originals, but fire it up. Of course, now it's going to fight me. I was just using it to cut. This thing is just butter smooth. It's just absolutely just a butter smooth machine. I adore it. It is absolutely illegal to use now because it does not have a chain brake. But you know, as long as you know what you're doing. Yeah, see, now it's going to fight me now I'm making a video, of course, but absolutely illegal because it doesn't have a chain brake on it. You just roll it, but it's a heck of a machine. I haven't done too much looking into it. I don't know if the 66 is if it's a 66cc twin. Or, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing. Auto oiler, I believe that right now it's got like an 18 or a 20-inch bar on it. You could get it with, I believe it was up to 38s. So it was a pretty darn cooking chainsaw, especially for, sorry, it is really windy out here today, in case you can't tell. Yeah, I went through, the last time that I previously ran this saw was December of last year. Now this thing was always 4-pole wonder. Turn the choke on, 2 poles, it would kind of roll over, turn the choke off, 2 poles, and it would come to life. And otherwise, it's just been awesome. But it's sat since December of last year. Went on into the shed, grabbed it out. My parents don't use it because it's too heavy. They have an electric. And yeah, pulled it out of the shed to go take down what was left of an old pine, and it was 5 poles with year-plus old gas. I did stabilize it, but I mean, something like that you just don't get out of today's machines. Just the urge to just go. It is a twin, so it is very thirsty in comparison, of course. But it's also very, very powerful, but I just like how smooth it is. Like I said, now it's going to fight me. Flood it out, that's fine. Low side's a little fat, I got to adjust it. But it is just absolutely silky. And it's got a good old power band on it. My blade's a little bit dull. I'll show you what it does. Just figured I never got to show y'all, but it's pretty broken. Handguard's there. There's supposed to be a handguard here, but I'm usually just a little extra careful with it. That was a bad example because that was falling over real bad. Shit, but yeah. But there you go. It's got an auto oiler and it's just an old 2-stroke saw. So, yeah, never gonna get rid of it. Never gonna upgrade. It's heavy, but you can't beat it. So. A little post-edit story that I just remembered too is, yes, it is technically considered a collector, but I just use it as my everyday saw because I don't really cut down that much. We had somebody cut down those trees and that one broke it off. That's the one that I leveled off yesterday. Just use them to take off little stuff from anything that's left out here. But yeah, it's kind of funny story. It is a 2-cylinder. Got it from work, and I used to work at an old John Deere place where we sold steel equipment. And somebody came in, dropped this off one day. I think they claimed they had to have claimed down on power or something like that. They said, I just need a new one. So they just set this thing up on the counter, and they took this thing out to the scrap heap. Sat around there for a couple of days, and it's like, man, never seen a John Deere saw before personally. So went over, snagged it, and threw it in the back of my truck, brought it home, pulled it over, fired up, but it only ran on that rear cylinder. So you'd be running it, and then every once in a while that front cylinder would kick up and just, you know, like how it does now. It would really just pull that power band up. Otherwise it was just a real dog. I was like, there gotta be something wrong with this. And ended up pulling off this front plug cover, and then I pulled the boot off the wire for the spark plug, and the little spring that clips onto the spark plug was bent and misaligned. So when you went to clip the plug on, it wouldn't clip on. It would just kind of sit on top. So all I did was take a couple pairs of pliers, straighten it out, clip the plug back on, pulled it over, and now it just runs like how it does. You know, you just touch it, and it just goes. Obviously, it looks like I got to yank it pretty hard, but I can climb up all the way to the top of this ladder with it fully extended. Just give it a little, like, 4 or 5 inch pull, and it stumbles to life. So it loves to go, it loves to run. Yeah, little post-edit story I just remembered. Yeah, you can see it's all fat, so I gotta fix that. But yeah, anyways, leaves some pretty good chips, but you can tell it's a little dull. So if y'all liked it, stick around. I got a lot more crazy shit, as y'all have seen from my the rest of my channel. So yeah, anyways, have a good day. I'll see you in the next one.